Hello, everyone. Welcome to my live today. As I promised you, today I'll be talking strictly business. So if you have any question on church media, please, next Sunday at 6 p.m., you can join and ask your question. But today I'm going to be talking about photography business. And today, what I want to do quickly is to show us some of the applications I've been paying for and some of the software I've been using that is able to help me. One thing I've seen a lot of us not doing is to be able to create invoice quotation for our client. And that have been one thing I pay attention to. So we have a lot of people, they take their client and they are not able to give them quotation, they are not able to give them invoice and then even do receipt. So I do all of that. Then one other thing I want to look at when it comes to photography and video is booking. Okay, so I've seen a lot of people booking too is something they don't pay attention to. They just write it somewhere. I remembered some time ago I picked a shoot and I forgot it because it was just by way of mouth. So the person just mentioned it that I should come and do a shoot, and I decided to just keep it to myself. And the day came, and when I had a call, I was somewhere else. So it's very important if you are a photographer, you are a video website, any work you are doing, not just being a photographer, any work you are doing, it's very important to create your quotations. I also spend time to talk about business proposal, how I've been able to get some gig just because I've been able to come up with a nice business proposal. If you don't do that, somebody who is going to be a consultant is going to take the work, write a nice proposal, take the work, and give you something small. Okay. So as a creative, as a photographer, it's very important. Now, if you have any question, just put it in the comment section. I will try and answer it. So quickly, let me set up how my okay. Okay, so the first one I'll talk about is booking, and I will show you what I use. So there's this application called Simply Book. I think the site is simplybook.me. That is what I've been paying for. I may stop using this very soon just because I have a different option that I'm paying for, and I will probably try to use that. But I like this, and I'm going to explain the reason why I like these applications. Now, this is simplybook.me. This is how the back end looks like. So this is the calendar. If you come to the dashboard, so you have the dashboard. Now, I think my subscription is ended yesterday, and they will give me a grace period of 3 days, after which they may block or they will send it to a free plan. This is how the dashboard looks like. And then they are going to show me the bookings that I have. So bookings today, I don't have a booking today. Even though I have a booking somewhere, I will be going to a shoot 6 p.m. Now this shoot just came this morning, so it's not booked, but the guys in the office know. What probably will do is to block the whole time. So if you look at the interface, you see that on the 11th, there is a wedding. 11th of September, there is a wedding, Daniel and Eleanor. Then there is some photography here on the 18th, 22nd, there is a family photo shoot. 10th, there is a video production. So you go to view all booking, and it will show you all the bookings that you have. You can also do that by going to your calendar. So if I go to my calendar, I should be able to see. So look at this. So if it's canceled, they will tell me it's canceled. And so these are the bookings that I'm having. Some have been done already. Now, if you go to the days, yesterday I got some calls, and it's possible that this week is going to be very busy. So today I've sent the works that have not been confirmed to the secretary, and she is going to block the days. So if you look at Tuesday, the work start at 9. So this is how I have configured it to start at 9. If you look at this date is blocked. It's a corporate event, it's a live event. So I block this day, and so it is showing over here. If you go to Wednesday to his block, there is an also a live streaming event, this AGM program that I have to go and shoot. Then if you look at 30th, that is a Saturday, is also blocked. I have a funeral and then another production to do. So that is how we have been able to do it. So this is how it looks like. If you come to the front end, once I set it up, okay. So this is when I send a link to you to book. This is how you are going to say it. You see Anchor Photography, and then you see Book Now. You can see the book now. So when you click on the book now, it will send you down. Now, if you look at the date and the time, you can just come in here, okay? And then it will give you all the date and the time. So what I will do is that if I click on Book Now, it's going to load all my packages which are in categories. So we have a studio and garden package. Then we have the children package, which is also studio. Then we have family package. Then we have location shoot. That's if I'm going to a location. Then we have the Christine party, studio rental, wedding and engagement. Then I also have the corporate event. So you'll see all that I'm having over here. So these are all the things I do, and it is showing over here. Now it is on, this is a category. So if you go into the category, you'll see that we have more packages within the category. So you have more packages within the category. So look at this: graduation, one dress, 2 dress shoots, till you come to a maternity shoot. Then when you go back and you look into the children packages, you have 2 packages there. You have family packages, 2 locations is also having another package. Okay, don't look at the price. This is the cheapest you can get from me. Now, let me quickly, my camera is not positioned in the frame, so that's what I'm talking about. So this is simply book. Now I have a subscription for this, and I think I'm paying $9 every month. The reason why I want to change to this is that I have a subscription for Office 365. Now, why am I using Office 365? I'm using Office 365 for my email. A lot of the corporate institutions I work for, they use Teams for their meetings, and then they also use their Outlook, which comes with the Office 365. I also want to be able to use the Word without having to crack to the rest of them. So this subscription I'm paying for 365 almost every month, and it comes with Microsoft, it comes with the Outlook, it comes with Teams. So for me to have Teams with all the corporate institution I do work for, I will have to use Teams because that's what they use. And so if I don't have it, then it means I have to go for the one that the hours will be maybe 40, it's just going to be 45 minutes, just like Zoom. So that subscription, I have to pay for it. And it helps me to send email and all of that. Now, for credibility's sake, if you are going to be into the corporate more, then you have to look at this. If you are looking at the corporate, it's very important. If you are doing corporate, you have to look at having a corporate email, so that when they send you a message, they have that credibility. Apart from the email, you must have a website. It's very important. So I have this over here. And when I go to the apps, you see that I have Copilot. So Copilot is their AI, just like the ChatGPT. And this is helping me to create a lot of content for companies that I'm doing content for. Apart from that, I'm also paying for ChatGPT. That is also helping. So you see, you have the Outlook, you have the Word, you have a SharePoint that if you put a file there, you can share with the company. Okay. So if you go into the app, you see that they have quite a number of apps here. Now, the reason why I moved from this and probably have gone to the Simply Book is that for Simply Book, it was easy for me to do automation. Now, this is how I've done my automation. When you go to the site and then you book, automatically it will save your name and your phone number in my Gmail. And I'm using an automation application called Zapier. So I've linked it. So it will trigger, once somebody will, it will trigger and save the contact. Then the second thing is that it's going to trigger and then send SMS. So I'm paying for an SMS platform. It will trigger and send SMS to the client that you book. And for you to secure the booking, you need to pay this amount 100%. I do 100%. So you pay 100% and then you are confirmed. Now, one thing is that if you don't do your payment, if any shoot is coming, I will take it. But if you do the payment, it confirms that I'm coming for your shoot. So that is why I was using simplybook.com, not .com.me. But I have this one too, that is having booking in it. So why don't I just use this? I have an office assistant, so she will have to make sure now that when somebody do an inquiry and the person book, she will have to save the number. Automation is good, but I mean, I have to pay extra and to take care of that. So you see that I have photography and then I have Anchor Wedding. So if I enter it, I can easily go to my page. So you have the staff, the services, and then the booking page is over here. When I click on it, it will open. Now, when I go back, you also realize that apart from the Anchor Photography, I have one booking page especially for Anchor Weddings and events. So that when we use this one to book, we can block that particular day in the Anchor Photography. Then if you look up to, they also have what they call the personal booking. So I have one-on-one training booking. If those who want to train with me, those days I used to do it for free, but people normally don't take it serious. So now you have to pay because, I mean, a lot is going on. Then I also want to do consultation. So if somebody wants me to explain certain things to them into detail, they will have to pay maybe for 30 minutes or 1 hour. And then that consultation, they will go and book it. Once they book it, it will come into my calendar. And then we can do a team meeting. If the person doesn't have team, I'll go for Google Meet because I'm also paying for Google Meet, or I'll go for Zoom. I also have Zoom just because of the corporate world. So I have all this here. And when I go in, I see the packages looking this way. Now, this one doesn't look more appealing like how the Simply Book is looking like. So look at the Simply Book. This is how it's looking like. The only thing about Simply Book is that there's a lot of functions Simply Book can do, but you have to pay more. So the $9 or the $8 I'm paying every month, if I decide to go and upgrade, I can get what we call custom features. So these are custom features. And one thing I like about these custom features is that if you look at this, you can add a photo gallery. So when I select this photo gallery right now, okay, they say, sorry, you cannot activate photo gallery because your subscription is recently ended, as I mentioned, ended yesterday. And they put me on the basic plan for now. So I cannot. Then the service category 2 wasn't free. And so they will ask me to pay to activate it. So you can add photo gallery. So you'll be adding your pictures there for people to see. Then Instagram photo sharing is also here. So I have only 3 custom features that I can enable because of the amount I'm paying. So if you are paying about $23, then I think the next one is about 8 features. There are some that are free. So file upload at Google Drive. So allow users to upload documents to your Google Drive during the booking. So somebody want to send you payment details and all of that, they can upload it. Then client field, you can collect more data on your client. You can connect this to a URL. So my website, I can connect to it. Look at the price. Then email. So the SMTP email, if there's a communication, this will make sure the communication is very smooth. Okay. Then you have accept deposit. So this one doesn't work for Ghanaians. If you're outside, you are using PayPal and then Strip, you can do payment. Then booking soon notification, Facebook client, you can collect Facebook client, import client. So if I have a file for my client, I can import their details. Now, if I import the details, just imagine I have clients who are booking me all the time. What's going to happen is that once I have their details already, if they want to book, once they type their name will just come and then they will select it, so that I have the details. They don't have to go through the process of typing their name, phone numbers, and all. Then you have coupons and gifts. So last week I started 20% discount this month. If I had paid $23, I probably just have to enable the coupons and gift card. Then I can give people coupons and all of that. Then there's also a loyalty system. So those of you who are doing photography, you have clients who always come and they are doing recommendation for you. I can decide that if somebody do recommendation, then the person get points or certain amount that they can apply to their photography in the future. And that's one nice way of doing business, especially during period that is not a peak period. You can do this. Task campaign. You can even do group booking. So a lot of people booking at the same time, multiple bookings, approved booking, all of that, client login. So clients can even have their own portal that they can log in to see the payment they have done. After 3 or 4 years, they will see that, oh, they've been able to pay and call this amount, they've been able to be here this amount. Then you can also sell membership. So if people are members, it means that they are committed to you as a business. And the members, you can decide to give them giveaway, you can give them discount and all of that. No, so there are times that I am doing only this discount for my old clients, and once they are members, you can use that portion to do it for them. Then you can also add some product on the site if you want to sell it. So additional product, additional services. That's why we have service add-on, like your photo book, your frame, and all of that. That is going to work. Then we have the packages. So offer bundle services and then in packages. So we have Facebook and Instagram bookings. So somebody can book from Facebook or Instagram. Client rescheduling, related resources, tickets, create and send tickets for your event. So if you are doing events, so it's not just for the booking. If you have an event, you can just create tickets, people can book. Online video meeting, this application is also having online video meeting. Then the calendar sync. So once they book and you sync with the calendar, what's going to happen is that your personal calendar will have all these events or these packages being booked. They will be appearing over there. People can prefer that I want Michael to shoot, I want Andy. This particular one, especially for photographers, if you put this one there, they will just choose the main photographer. That's one of the issues we are having as photographers, that if you have even people who are working with you and they are very good, the client prefer you, the person they know. Yeah, and that's one thing I've been facing. I try running away from it, but it's not easy. I mean, they will go back angry. They will send you a message. Even if the picture is nice, they will tell you that, oh, this picture, this person have done this and all of that. And I'm trying my best because, I mean, I can't be here all the time. So there is quite a lot of custom features that is included. The one I use mostly is the Zapier connector. So I connect this and then it's able to pick information. So once the person book, the person will start receiving these messages that I have configured automatically. And so it makes work very easy for me. That's why sometimes the office assistants have to use software, because these things are done automatically. There will be a time I don't probably need office assistant if I can do full automation. Okay, so that is with this application. Now let's go to the plans and the subscription. I cannot see the. Okay, I'm coming. Let me see. I can see it from there direct. Okay, so they put me on basic plan, which means that there are certain things I'll not be able to do. I'll check if at least people can still book, and then a number of packages they can book. If they can, then I'll go ahead and use it. But because I mean now I'm going to task my office assistant to do more of the work. So let's look at this. The one you see that when I'm paying every month, I'm paying 9.90. If I have to pay, it's 8.25. This is not even dollars, it's euros. My money is really going. So that's my decision from this month. I may not necessarily be using. They put me on basic, and I don't know if after some time they will just take me out. So look at the price. So if you have the standard, which is 24.9, you have 8, and then you have 500 booking per month. I don't know how many of you will have 500 booking per month. But if you are getting 500 or 100, then you are really making a lot of money. So this is the amount when you are doing this. But for my booking, I'll use this, or I'll use the one that comes with the Office 365. Now there is another one called Zoho Booking. I've used that one before. I think there is a free version to that. You can look at that one too. So it's also an online appointment scheduling. There is an amount you pay, but it is having a free option. So if you are not paying for the Office 365 and you don't want to pay for the Simply Book, the basic one will give you some free things like for somebody to go and book and all of that. Then you can use it. The other one is this one. There is a basic that is also free. Okay. How much? So, there's $4 here. But I've used this before. So this is quite cheaper than the Simply Book. So look at this. And one thing about the Zoho Booking is that you can also do automation for this one. Okay. So the 3 booking applications that you can use for your business, or what I am using. The first one is the Simply Book, which I decided that I will just use my Office 365 because it also comes with booking. Then I'm using Zoho. Then the fourth one, which I didn't mention, I don't know if it's even showing here, but if you go to Google Calendar, those of you who are paying for the Google OneDrive, there is also a new appointment in that one. So if you go to your calendar, you'll be able to see it. I saw it in my application the last time, somewhere here. So you see Anchor Photography. So this is the booking page I created. I was just trying it out. So this is it. So this is for Google. Now, Google is just also looking like how Office 365 is. And I'm still studying this one. And I realize that there are certain things that Simply Book is having that is nice. They probably are not having. The first thing I want is that if somebody book, let's say from 10 to 12 o'clock, that date shouldn't be available for any other person, which I think all of them are doing. So I'm yet to see how this one works. So if you are 26, you select it. So you put in your name, your email, and your phone number, and then you book. This will automatically come to my Google Calendar. Now, when it's in your Google Calendar, what you can do to help the people working with you is to probably go into. Let me see if I can see any booking here. So what they can do, this is January 2026. Let me go back to. Oh, I did automation so that bookings in Simply Book will come here. I think because I stopped, they are not showing. So let me. Okay, no, African Union is not. It's a different program. So if the person book, you see it on your Google Calendar, and you can do reminder for the person. The other thing is that you can add all your workers to that particular booking. You just add them, and they will receive a notification of the booking. So I think for now, Google Calendar is the cheapest that you can use. The other ones to have their own merit, and there's a reason why I've used them. But because I want to cut down on cost for a lot of my subscription, I'm trying to merge all of them together. I will be doing away with that. Now, for this 1 week, I'll be studying the Google Calendar. I have set it up, as you can see. I've done the setup here. One thing I want to see Google having is that when somebody book me 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock, there should be a buffer time. Let's say 30 minutes or 1 hour for the next person to come in. Or else if somebody booked from 9 to 10 and somebody also booked from 10 to 11 and there's no buffer time, there may be crash and all of that. You know how late people are when they are doing shoots. Somebody is telling you I'm coming 8 o'clock, they will come here 3 p.m. I've been experiencing that. And sometimes because I'm very strict on some of these things, I get a lot of them come early. Because sometimes I'll tell you if you are late more than 2 hours or more than an hour, there is a penalty you pay because you'll be inconveniencing somebody, you'll be inconveniencing us. Once we know there is a shoot, it just makes the whole day look some way. So it's very important to also pay attention to that. When people are doing booking, send a message, let them stick to all of that. In my next videos, I'll be looking at my SMS applications that I use, my invoicing, my quotation, and all of that. Today, I just look at your booking for your photography business, your video business. If you have other business that you think the booking works for you, you can take a look at it. Thank you. Now, I will take questions. If you have any questions for me, please, no questions on church media today. No question on church media today. If you have questions on what I just talked about, or that question have to do with photography business, you can ask and I'll give you an answer. If not, then I will just run away. So I'm picking questions. The next time, what we should do is that we should have a way to receive calls into the production. So let's do an update for the Rodecaster. There's an application called Call Me. When you send a code to people, they can call and join. And I think if I have my phone and they call, I can connect and receive the call on the phone. Okay, questions. I'm waiting for questions. If you have any questions, those of you watching on TikTok and those watching on YouTube, if you have a question, in the next 5 minutes, I must have a question so that I can easily answer and be out of here. Those of you who are not following me, or those who are not subscribed to my YouTube, are not following. Those who are not subscribed to my YouTube, please go to my YouTube and follow my YouTube channel. There are times I'll be going live without announcing it from the shops. Last week, Saturday, we did it. Somebody won a gimbal, the new Osmo 7 gimbal. So please try and be engaging with me. If I'm going live, you can also join so that you win an item. Okay? Do I have any item today? No, I don't have any item for anybody. The shops are the one who is supposed to do that for us. So any of them I go to who wants to give you something, I will let you know. I think we should create I don't know whether WhatsApp channel so that sometimes when we are going live you can put it there. Telegram, you can stream on Telegram too. You know that? Check if there is a question, I'll pick it. If there is no question, So today we talk about the booking applications that I've been using for my business as a photographer and a video person. And I mentioned that the reason why I normally pay for subscription and do some of these things is because of the caliber of clients that I'm dealing with. I do more of corporate and a certain level of people who understand certain things. Okay, so if I have a documentary to go and do, sometimes it's the consultant they will give it to because they will do a nice proposal and all of that. So the client is saying that I want 4K camera, so that's why I will buy 4K camera and keep it. They want to see invoice, they want to have receipt to all the things. They even want you to get them VAT invoice. We'll be talking about all of that every Monday 12 p.m. So today I talk about my booking applications. Now, why must I allow people to do the booking? It's just to help you yourself to know that today you have a booking or tomorrow you have booking, so that you can be well organized. Your team will also know. The second thing is that it's also going to help your clients to be on time, to know that, hey, this person doesn't joke. Because if you just tell them, oh, come between this time and this time, they may decide to come that anytime they like. So if you insist and they know that you don't joke with time, they will make sure they are on time. It makes you organized. Okay, it makes you so organized. Your people cannot come and say that, oh, they have not seen the booking. And I mentioned that I was using Simply Book. I have to pay for it, 9.9 euros every month. It is having a lot of advantage, but I mean, one thing I know is that I can sign my workers as users. So when there is a booking, they will receive the email. Sometimes they pretend they don't receive it, but I know they are supposed to receive it. So they should know. So that's why sometimes it's annoying for them to come and say that they don't know about a certain shoot. Like, it's easy. One other thing is that all the computers, all of them are using, they should be able to see that there is a booking. So it makes work easy. I don't have to come and doing repetition with them. So I use Simply Book. Then you can even receive notification on your Telegram. You can connect Telegram to it and receive notification. The other option I have is the Microsoft 365 bookings. And because I'm using Microsoft 365, I'm paying for that one too. I want to switch to that one so that I can make use of the email and then the booking. The only thing is that automation, I have to study it because they have their own automation. But if I go to Zapier, I think I should be able to check for the booking. So I'll check Zapier and see if that works. So Zapier is helping me to do automation. As I mentioned, if somebody book, I want to be able to save the person's contact, the details about the person, then they will send a message to the person. I will use SMS and all of that. So I'll come to the next live. I'll talk purposely about the SMS services that I've been using and all of that. And then we also talk about Zoho bookings. So I talk about Zoho booking. I mentioned Zoho, you have to pay some amount of money, and we saw $4, which is not that huge. And then we also talk about Google Booking. Then there's a fifth one that I didn't talk about. This is Nigerian based. So our Pizzo, I'll be talking about our Pizzo very soon in one of the videos. They have more of what we call, you see how PC set looks like that. You can send picture to your client. You can send picture, your client can do selection and you will receive a message. And I like the way you'll be receiving email and then messages when there is a selection. They will tell you that, oh, this person is done with the selection. Then you go ahead and do your own selection and all of that. They've added bookings to that application. And I've looked at it and I've messaged them what I want to see in the booking. And so I'm believing that they will be able to put all those into the update and do it. So that one is Nigerian based, so you can make use of that one. I'm also praying some Ghanaians also come up with some nice idea in terms of the booking, because when the thing is more local, you tend to spend less on it. For example, the one that our Pizzo is 36 Ghana cedis, and if I can use that as a cloud-based storage, send for selection, and at the same time people can book and come to the studio, then that is quite okay for me. Okay, instead of spending and paying dollars. Now the dollar is even started going up a little. We pray it doesn't, so that we can buy new equipment. So thank you. I don't think I have any questions. Do I have questions? No. I'm sure it's the church media who ask questions. Okay, so there's no question. Then that brings me to the end. If I'm not here and you have a question, I have my numbers. My numbers are always there. You can get in touch. If you want clarification or something, you can get in touch and I'll be glad to help you. Thank you for joining. If you are not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please subscribe and go and engage with my content. I have a lot of content over there. Thank you.